If I was a genius mechanic and I was just doing an oil change, you could be a dumbass and do the same oil change. You don't put restrictions on kids to make them stand out or be ostracized from other kids. Can they play in the sandbox or not? Have what they done been so fucking bad that they can never play in the sandbox again? Ooh-wee. We have a spicy spice today for you boys and girls all around the world. God Connecticut back again with another video. And you know, I don't really talk a whole lot about internet drama and controversies and stuff like that. That's not what this channel is for. It's not a drama channel. What it is a channel where you can learn about the world, about yourself, and how to operate in it. However, when there's drama that's pertinent to what we teach and discuss here, well then it's a golden opportunity, because that geesey goose doesn't lay that egg that often. So let's go ahead and get into it. So the number one thing you have to understand, right? And if you come to this channel often enough, then you already know this, but your man's is built different, okay? But I'm not like your little college buds, okay? If you go in with a mindset understanding that we are different, right? I'm not lying to you when I tell you I'm operating up here, okay? Average intelligence is a thing that's kind of biological, right? And I'm fortunate. It's a curse in its own way, but fortunate. The riches vastly outweigh the misfortunes. I'm glad to have the level of intelligence that I have. And even though, for the most part, intelligence, as far as we understand it, is genetic and biological, you are what you are, you is what it is, and exactly you is what it is. The thing is that even a average intelligence person or below average intelligence person can get as good as someone who is intelligent at the same task if they dedicate enough time to it. I'm not going to delve into it too much, but just think about it like this. If I was a genius mechanic and I was just doing an oil change, you could be a dumbass and do the same oil change. So the thought experiment is this, all right? And I want to see how far we can go agreeing with things before we eventually begin to disagree. So let's go with this, okay? Can we agree that people doing things that hurt other people in general is bad? Generally speaking, this whole thing obviously is generally speaking, okay? So can we agree that people doing things that hurt other people is a bad thing? Yes? Okay, cool. Can we agree people who do horrible things are in desperate situations? Like low income versus high income, for instance. When's the last time a successful actor did a home invasion, right? And O.J. Simpson doesn't count. That bitch had some dude in his car, okay? Like, he's not liable for anything that happens, right? You do some wild shit because some girl you were dating or whatever put some dude in your car. I'm not holding you responsible at the very least, okay? But hell, like, when's the last time an actor did anything that was horrible? Or you don't even need to be world famous. Just successful enough stops all instances of horrible acts, right? Early day drinks, baby. So just think about it, okay? Especially for the, 2, maybe 3 girls actually watching this. Picture a scenario where you're locked in a room. You're trapped in a room with one other person, maybe even 2 other people. You don't know them. Electricity, power, energy, it all went out in your city. The whole city is on fucking emergency alert. Martial law until order can be restored. You, some kind of way, got trapped in this room with 2 people you don't know. And like I said, this is for the 2 or 3 girls watching. And of course for you guys as well. Because let's be honest, us guys, we can feel threatened too. We know when we're in a situation that ain't so good. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, statistically, a man in a bad situation where it's not going to go his way is far less likely to live through the situation than the female. Girls probably watching didn't know that, but it's true. So you're stuck in this room with 2 people. You don't know either one of them. Just 2 fucking random people. In one scenario, Scenario A, they're just a random person. Fucking never seen them before, don't know who they are. Both of them. Hope things are okay. In scenario 2, either A, you've seen them on the internet before, you've seen some of their YouTube videos, if you will, or they pull out their phone and show you that they have like a cool YouTube channel or a TikTok, and like they have like 2 million subscribers across all the platforms. In which scenario do you personally feel safer in? Take a moment, think about it. I already know the fucking answer. You probably already knew the answer before I even said anything about asking the question. Going along with the scenario, you were probably like, yeah, the people with 2 million subscribers, I definitely feel safer with them than the other guy. And we could go into a video later about why that is, because that's not for this video. The point is that you do. So just think about it. If someone is successful, you automatically feel safer around them. So in this video, I do want to keep things moving along because my videos are a little long in general. I have a lot to say, but I want to keep this nice and precise so that you absorb the information and only absorb the things that you need to correct your thinking. So can we agree that people deserve at least a second chance? At least, maybe even a third chance, depending on what's going on, right? But if somebody fucks up once, like at least a second chance, right? Do we agree? Because we're doing good so far. Do we agree that people can change? I'm not saying they're going to change, but do we agree that people can change? Not that it's the fringe situation that people change, but that it's actually kind of likely that people change. Even through the stages of adulthood, you have changed. Can we agree that some people, even though second chances are a good thing, they don't deserve them? Now, this one might start to be where I lose a couple people here and there, right? But if you're following me on this channel, then I am sure that I'm holding on to at least 98% of you. Can we agree that even though some people do deserve a second chance, some people simply don't deserve to live? I let that one sink in because we're talking about loss of life here, baby. We're talking about deletion and not the self kind. We're talking about the me doing it to them kind. Do we agree that some people just deserve to be goddamn backspace deleted? That's what I thought. Can we agree that people deserve punishment for doing wrong things? Is there anybody out there watching this video right now who thinks people should be able to do wrong things of any level and just not get any kind of punishment or some kind of a punishment, right? There's taking an apple and knocking somebody's sippy cup off their table, or fucking robbing a bank. Like whatever the degree is. Is there anyone watching this going, all that's fine? No? Okay. So, look, you guys are following along probably better than you thought you were even going to follow along, given some of my brash opinions. But you have to understand, everything that I think is covered and flavored in a chocolate sauce of goddamn logic. All of it. So, can we agree that punishment generally comes in two flavors, okay? Either loss of money or loss of freedom. Okay. Yeah, we're trucking along in this motherfucker, right? Choo choo, bitch. I know that's not what a truck sounds like, but fuck you. I did anyway. It's too late to take it back. Can we agree that when loss of money isn't enough, then loss of freedom is probably the most realistic choice? Is that something that we can agree on? Okay. Still trucking along as I see. Now that we've made it this far, let's take a look at things, because here's where I'm going to put your critical thinking to the test, all right? This is the part where you're going to need to really put in your goddamn thinking caps, or you're going to fly too low to the ground and crash. It's that fucking simple. Can we agree, once someone is punished, the topic of them and what they did is over? If you go and you steal an apple and you get in trouble for it, do you want somebody talking about the apple that you stole 3 months down the road? Or is it over once you've been punished for it? I give you a moment to think about this, because we're going to get a little deeper into things now, right? The percentage of people who agree with me are going to fall from 98 to 95 to 90, maybe even 85. It's going to happen. But it's going to take critical thinking. You got to put your goddamn thinking caps on. Can we agree that we don't want someone to repeat horrible acts, horrible mistakes, horrible deeds, whatever the case may be? Okay? That's one. I brought you back. We're all agreeing again. Let me get this. My beautiful locks off my even more beautiful muscles. I don't know. They're both fucking beautiful. Can we just agree that I'm beautiful? So we agree that we don't want someone to make mistakes or do the same things that they did that were wrong before, right? So check this out. When you put a kid in the corner, they eventually come out, right? You don't just keep them in the corner forever. At least that's how it works where I'm from. Like, I don't know about you. Maybe your mom kept you in the corner like indefinitely, maybe. Because I'm telling you, some of you motherfuckers sound like you're on the internet right now just sending out an angry tweet from a goddamn corner. So maybe she never let you out. But where I'm from, you get out of the corner eventually, okay? That's how it fucking works. So when the kid comes out of the corner, right? Where do they go? They go to play with all the other kids, right? They go to the same sandbox as all the other kids, right? Am I making this up? I'm not the only one, right? Exactly. So the world is a sandbox, and everyone is just a kid playing in that motherfucker, okay? You don't put restrictions on kids to make them stand out or be ostracized from other kids. You just don't. That's asking for trouble. If you want a horrible repeat of the thing that got the kid put in the corner in the first place, the best way I can think of to do that is to have them ostracized, picked on, and feel desperate again. Because we already agreed that people who do bad things are generally in desperate situations, right? So that's like saying, all right, okay, so you did some bad shit, right? Well, we're going to let you out now. But guess what? You thought life was hard, right? That's why you did the desperate shit to begin with. Well, guess what? We're going to crank the difficulty all the way up to Daddy Make Me Cry Doom difficulty level, okay? And you're going to have to deal with it. Now what, motherfucker? And you just fucking ha-ha laugh in their fucking face. You're like, yeah, go play in the sandbox, but you can't use the swing, you can't use the slides, you can't, like, fucking step on the sand. Welcome to the sandbox. Don't make any mistakes, by the way. We're watching. You don't have to agree with it. And maybe right now you're thinking, hey, somebody does something bad enough, we should always think about it. But let me just ask you, after what I just said, how does your logic make more sense than mine? That's what I thought. This is one of those spicy videos, boys. I want you guys to imagine this, right? Imagine you did do some dumb shit. Maybe you knocked off a 7-Eleven. I don't fucking know. But you wanted to do the right thing. Or at least do better, right? Or you just wanted to at least have a good life, right? But you made some desperate choices in your past, and now everyone, even people who otherwise would think that you're a good person, think that you're kind of shitty, okay? They think you're kind of a bad person. And they don't think that you're a bad person. This is the worst. This is crazy. They don't think you're a bad person because of anything you've done. In fact, everything that you've done is an indicator that you're probably a pretty good individual. You're probably a pretty cool dude. Probably a pretty cool chick, you know? Except for all the good things that you do, living your life 24 hours at a time, doing good. Or at least on your worst day, just decent. All that living is usurped by a piece of paper that people just type your name into, and they say, whoops, you fucked up once. If anyone thought that marking someone with a hot brand back in the day, with like a scarlet letter or some shit like that, was the best way to go about punishing someone for the rest of their life, right? That is someone who doesn't understand how society works. If there's a chick that you personally hated, and she did some fucked up shit to your life, and you decided to mark her with the scarlet letter, you didn't do it because you thought that was going to help her be a better person in society. You did it because you hated that hoe. That's why you did it, right? You didn't do it because you thought that's what was good for society or good for that person. You did it because you hated them. You're like, okay, motherfucker, you did this. Watch what your life is like. Anybody who thinks that marking someone forever with a brand is bad, a hot brand. If you don't know what that is, you're way too young. Grow up a little bit. Come back. But the hot brand is actually even better than the system we have now. Because at least with a hot brand, you can put a shirt over it. Shit. You wear some goddamn long sleeves. Fuck, you know? But no. This is a piece of paper where no matter what you wear or what you do, when you go to find a place that will give you a good amount of money for your time in exchange, they tell you no. You know? Think about it. You knock over a 7-Eleven because you needed money. Now, follow me, motherfuckers. Now, you want to work at a bank because it pays well Because guess what? Your ass still needs money, along with almost everybody else, right? That's the point of trading your goddamn time. When you work for someone, I want you to understand this without question, unequivocally. When you work for someone, you are trading literally your life essence for service and them for money. Think about it. If you were rich as fuck, you can go to the Bahamas, you can go wherever you want, you go to Thailand, go to New Zealand, you go to Iceland, motherfucker, you go to all the goddamn lands. Greenland, which I hear is actually pretty icy. Fucking, you tell me in the comments. I haven't been. You go to any land that you want when you're rich as fuck. You do what you want. You wake up when you want. You fuck who you want. You buy what you want. You have all the things that you want, right? But when you aren't rich and wealthy, you take the same time and energy that a rich person has, and you literally hand that over to a person or a company. And you say, hey, my life is in this particular situation. I'm going to give you a portion of my life, and you give me the money so that I can do what I want, hopefully, in the spare time I have left over. That hits home with some of you watching this, because that's the reality of almost every working class citizen. So get this. Like I said, you knock over the 7-Eleven because you needed money. Now you want to get hired at a bank because you still need goddamn money. But guess what? They tell you no. The place that you wanted to work at honestly to get good money tells you you can't have any money. But guess what? That's not just them. That's a lot of places that would pay you legitly good money. So you tell me, okay? Now what happens? How does denying someone who was desperate in the first place, and let's be honest, those motherfuckers and even you watching this right now, probably still desperate to make things better for themselves, right? How does denying them the ability to work legitly for that help them, or by proxy you, in any way, shape, or form? It doesn't help them, and it doesn't help you. It just fucking doesn't. Look at it this way, kids. Follow along. Come on, hop on the goddamn God Connecticut school bus today. Where's motherfucking school of bitches in the house, okay? And by bitches, I mean anybody who's not subscribed right now. If you're not subscribed, you a bitch. Everybody else, to play in the sandbox, then there's only one real choice to make. Just one. You might think there's more. That's just because you don't know. I'm trying to be nicer in this video. A lot of times I call a lot of you guys retarded and idiots, but you know what? If you're on this video, especially this long, you actually are here to learn and find some shit out. So I'm gonna chill a little bit in this video. You just don't know, okay? There's only one choice. Literally, any other action is making things dangerous for the person that you're questioning and everyone else around them, which could include you or your family members. Want to know what that one right choice is? You have to let them play in the same fucking sandbox as all the other kids. Just like all the other kids. Who would have fucking thunk, huh? But it's true. It's true. It's not even a debate. It's honestly that simple, okay? Never has a kid gotten put in the corner, then been told, okay, you can go play with everyone else now, but you can't use the swings, you can't use the monkey bars, you can't ride the fucking pony or the carousel, you can't go play touch football, you can't play dodgeball, but have a good time. No one in the history of care of young children has ever said that, or anyone has ever said that, except for when you become an adult. Apparently, that's how it works. And guess what? It doesn't work. Now we get into it. What was that train of thought, the path that we went down, really leading to? Well, a lot of things in life if you think about it. Mostly how people who get into trouble are never really resolved of that trouble. And it's not fair. In this specific instance, we're talking about how Mr. Beast, having hired an alleged child offender, was actually the right thing to do. And yes, I said that with a straight fucking face. Now, I know things got kind of dark fast, right? We went from like people, stealing shit to people touching shit they shouldn't be touching. Quite literally. And for too much and too long. Here's the reality. When people do something that isn't agreed upon, there's only two fucking choices. There's only two. Either they don't get to play with us in the sandbox, or they do. It's that simple. Trying this weird scarlet letter bullshit is some dumbass half-assed attempt at a hybrid system where a guilty person is always forever guilty, right? And that means they can never be free, and if they can't be happy, then at some point they might just decide that if they can't be happy, nobody else can be happy. And can you blame them? And when a grown-ass man or person decides, if I can't live my life in happiness, nobody else is going to be able to live their life in happiness, some real dark shit can happen. I saw a lot of talk about how Mr. Beast was basically really wrong for giving this guy a chance because he was accused of being a child offender. And we're not going to use the word predator because you know how I feel about the word predator. Your man's here is a goddamn predator, okay? Predator is an upper echelon of greatness. That means I eat you, you don't eat me. It's that fucking simple. You can't give those people that particular label. I'm personally offended. But he was allegedly a child offender. Mr. Beast gave him a chance. And they didn't like that, right? The thing is that Mr. Beast isn't wrong for giving him a chance, right? He wasn't wrong, he's not wrong, and nor is any other employer. That's actually the right thing to do, okay? This guy, as far as I know, was a fantastic part of Mr. Beast. This is just the internet doing the internet shit where they dig up pretty much anything they can to try to hurt Mr. Beast. And in the process, they end up destroying the life of an innocent man. Now, I can already hear some of you saying, innocent? What the fuck do you mean, innocent? Did you not hear what he did? Yeah, okay, I hear what you're saying, right? Now, remember, the severity of someone's action isn't what matters. What matters is very binary. Are they allowed to play in the goddamn sandbox? 1. Or 2, are they not allowed to play in the motherfucking sandbox with the rest of us? Is that fucking simple? If they are, then unless they've done more shit other than the shit you're bringing back up, then as far as business and the rights to an enjoyable life, they are, at the very least, innocent. I'll bet maybe yet again. Those are the fucking facts. And you can have this emotional response because, like, we're talking about children being harmed or whatever the situation may be, little kids or whatever the situation may be. You can have this emotional response. But the answer to your emotional response is fucking binary. And of course, if some of you dumb motherfuckers aren't following around, binary means 2. Okay, you got an A and a B. You got a 1 and a 3. Okay, listen. Can they play in the sandbox or not? Have what they've done been so fucking bad that they can never play in the sandbox again? Or can they? Now, another thing that I want to address, but not really go into detail with like I did with the Mr. Beast hiring this guy. People are saying that Mr. Beast has a primarily child audience. You hear this with like Logan Paul and other people too, right? Here's the thing. And I only have 2 things to say about that. And they're very fucking simple. So pay attention and play along, right? Assuming that's true. 1, right? So fucking what? The contestants are like 100% adults, okay? That's like a puppet operator. Him hiring this guy is like a puppet operator on a TV show where the guy is accused of doing something wrong in his past, okay? Who fucking cares? He operates a puppet on the TV show. You never even really see him or interact with him, ever. And there's only adults around him, so who cares if he's doing a little shit here and there behind the scenes? But that isn't even the main point. The main point is number 2. You're just fucking wrong in that assumption. Mr. Beast is the #1 YouTube channel on the internet. He's not watched mostly by kids. He's watched mostly by people. I don't say that lightly. That's the reality of it. I'm sure his demographics, even amongst genders, is probably one of the best mixes of anyone who has ever created video. Like if you look at my video and almost every other man who creates videos on the internet, you're looking at like a 97% audience of other men or males, right? You look at an influencer who does like try-on-alls, you're looking at like 80%, and even though she's trying on like women's clothing, right? But Mr. Beast, I am sure, has one of the best mixes of ages and genders, which there are only 2 of, by the way, of anyone who has ever created videos on YouTube. Even more so than PewDiePie, the legend himself, which I'm sure was heavily skewed towards males, right? Even though I'm sure, as far as his demographic, the type of content that he made, which was video game stuff, I'm sure he had the best mix of any creator creating in that space. So trust me, all the products, the food, the things that Mr. Beast sells as a brand, right, as a whole, they're not being bought by kids, okay? And guess what? It's because kids don't have any fucking money. Or didn't you know? All right, that's going to conclude this video. And I hope this gives even the most diehard idiot a chance at having a little bit of logic in their life regarding at least this topic. Because if people are going to be in the sandbox with everyone else, they have to be treated just like, and I want you to say it with me, everyone else. Fucking surprise, right? This is God Kinetica. I was gonna say signing out, but I don't sign out of shit, baby. I stay logged in 24/7. Leveling up to level 99, baby. I'm gonna see you next time. Like the video, follow all the videos. Can you follow a video? Well, you can follow my channel. So follow everything you see me. And we're gonna stay up to date. The situation as it unfolds, as well as everything that's gonna help you be better and understand life better in general. The way no one else is willing to say. You tell me who else rationalized this in a way that actually makes sense. People are afraid to touch these topics. But on this channel, I'm fucking daring you right now. I'm daring you as a viewer to find another channel that actually will touch these topics with a sense of logic and sincerity. Because there's not one notable motherfucker on the internet who said Mr. Beast was right for this, even though they thought it. So give me a goddamn sub just for that. And I'm going to keep this shit cranking, keep the fire firing, keep lighting the light. See you in the next video. God Kinetica, looking good in the neighborhood. Out.
Everybody knows you never go full retard.